Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuhu. My dear students, myself, Fatima Moomin from Department of Political Science, Nehru Arts, Science and Commerce College, Hubli. Dear students, today I would like to present before you a brief introduction of the syllabus of the subject Political Science. My dear students, there are 9 units in this year, that is academic year. And the first unit is Origin and Growth of Indian Political System. Under this, what are the learning objectives? Why we are learning this particular unit? First, we will learn or we will come to know the Government of India Act 1935. Then we'll come to know about the Indian Independence Act 1947. Then we'll go through the interim government. Next, the first general elections which were conducted in the year 1951 and 52. Then comes the task of integration of a princely state. Dear students, as you know that in India, Britishers ruled us till 1947, and it was a big task after independence to integrate the states which were divided into British India and princely state. And here we will see how the integration of princely states took place. Next, the reorganization of the state. After combining the British India and princely states, how the reorganization of state took place. The objective of learning here is to understand the different acts introduced by the Britishers as well as the Indian government. Not just that, we will come to know why we have such kind of a organization of states in our country and what are the basis for such kind of organization. Next comes Unit 2, that is elections and party system in India. Students, elections are foundation stone of democracy. As you know, India is the largest democracy of the world. When we are under governing system of democracy, we have to understand the election system of our country. Not just that, this unit is divided again in second topic, that is party system in India, the political parties of our country. We'll start this unit with elections, meaning and importance. Why elections are important and what is the meaning of election. Next, methods of elections. My dear students, there are different methods of elections. We have to understand thoroughly how or what kind of a methods the Election Commission of India uses. Next, Election Commission of India. There is a commission, statutory commission, which conducts election in India. Here we will be seeing how many commissioners are there and what are the functions of the commissioners and what are other aspects of Election Commission of India. Next comes the electoral reforms. My dear students, we have to evaluate the electoral reforms in this particular topic. There are 3 reforms adopted by Election Commission of India, namely EPIC, that is Electoral Voters Identity Card. Next reform is electronic voting machine, and third one is mandatory disclosure of antecedents Here, the candidate has to disclose the three concept or three different aspects. First is criminal, second educational, and third is property. Here in this particular topic, we will evaluate the reforms adopted by Election Commission of India. Next comes the party system in India. Students, we have multi-party system in India. There are single party system, bi-party system, and in India we have adopted multi-party system. Here in this particular topic, we will be saying the meaning of political party and importance of political party with respect to India. Next, we will see the functions of political party. What are the different functions of political party? And last but not the least, we have to understand the anti-defection law. These all topics we will be studying under the topic, the main topic, that is elections and party system in India. Next comes the administrative machinery in India. Here, what is the role of administration in democratical nation? The administration runs the government and serves the people. This is the basic concept of administration, and here we will see how administration machinery is working in India. We'll start with the meaning and the role of administration. Next comes the civil services. Under this, we will see the meaning and features of civil services. Then comes all India services, central services, and state services. Because we have adopted federal concept in our country, that's why we have central and state services. And again, in administration, we have to understand how all India services work, central services work, and state services work. Next, central, state, and district administration. We will see what are the functions of central, state, and district administration. Then comes CAT and CAT. What are these? CAT means CAT, Central Administrative Tribunal, and KAT, that is Karnataka Administrative Tribunal. If there is a dispute of any kind of a dispute related to services of these people, that is the people who are working in all India services, central services, and state services, such kind of a cases will be dealt by these tribunal, which are considered as Central Administrative Tribunal, and here in Karnataka we call it as Karnataka Administrative Tribunal. Next comes UPSC and KPSC. Students, you might be knowing about these. UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, who recruits people for all India services and central services. Just like that for state, that is for state services, the recruitment is done by Karnataka Public Service Commission. Here under this topic we will be seeing the composition and functions of UPSC and KPSC. Students, Unit 4, which relates to social movement and their political implications. Social movements we see in other subjects also, but here we will be seeing what are the political implications of these social movements. Namely, there are 7 social movements we will be discussing under this unit. First one is Dalit movement, Second, backward classes movement. Next comes feminist movement, then labor movement, then comes peasant movement, next human rights movement, and last environment movement. Students, the learning objective of these social movements are why these movements took place, what are the outcome of these social movements, and what are the constitutional provisions to overcome these particular social movements and to appreciate and to encourage the outcomes of social movements in different sections of society. Students, the next unit is Unit 5, that is Nation Building and Challenges to Indian Democracy. Indian democracy matters a lot, my dear students. Here we will see what are the challenges faced by the democracy of our country. Not just that, we will see what is the meaning of nation building, why it is important, what are the components of nation building, what are hindrances, the obstacles in nation building, and what are the responses of nation building. As a citizen of any country, we have to contribute in nation building. We will be seeing how we can do that. Next is challenges to Indian democracy. Students, as we know, we have to maintain the democracy. Here there are challenges which we are facing and how the Constitution has provided the provisions to control or to overcome such kind of challenges. First, we'll start with inequality, which is based on caste and gender. The inequality which is based on caste, which is called as caste-based inequality, and second is gender-based inequality. What are the provisions of the Constitution to give or do justice to caste and gender inequality? Next comes illiteracy. What are the different aspects of illiteracy and why illiteracy is considered as a challenge to Indian democracy? We will be seeing that. And what is the importance of compulsory education which is provided by our government? Next comes communalism. Students, we have to understand this concept because in today's world, communalism is considered as the biggest challenge to any kind of a democracy, and we will be seeing how communalism can be scrubbed out and what is the role of secularism, what is the role of harmony and integrity. Next is terrorism. Dear students, we have to understand the concept of terrorism. What are the causes or what are the different aspects of terrorism we will be seeing in this particular topic, and again we will see why it is considered as a challenge to Indian democracy. Last but not the least, my dear students, that is corruption. We all know that there is corruption everywhere. We have to understand this concept of corruption clearly. What are the different aspects of corruption? What does it mean by corruption in true means? And what are the measures and acts adopted by Government of India to control corruption in every area? Next is Unit 6, Emerging Trends in Indian Politics. Dear students, there are different trends in politics also. And the first trend is coalition government and politics. Coalition government is a new concept. We have seen this concept not just in state government but in central government also. Here we will be saying the learning objective again, dear students, are what does it mean by coalition government? What are the features? What are the merits and demerits of coalition government and politics? Next, new dimension of center-state relation. Students, I have already told you that we have adopted a federal concept where we have two sets of government, one for the center and one for the state. Now, here we will see the dimension, the new dimension, different aspects of the relation between center and the state. It is very important to understand what is the relation between the center and state so that we can have a clear picture how the central government works and how the state governments work. Next comes the rise of identity politics. Here students will understand what does it mean by identity politics with regard to caste, gender, religion and region. Next, youth leadership in Indian politics. Here comes the role of youth, you people who can change the future of a country. Here we will understand or try to understand what is the role of youth in leadership in Indian politics. Not just that, youth against corruption, how youth can support or how they can contribute to fight against corruption and against terrorism. Next is Unit 7, Contemporary Political Trends. What are the trends right now at this time? That is contemporary political trends. Students, this concept you might have seen in other subject also, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization. Basically it is called as LPG. Here in this particular topic we will be seeing what does it mean by liberalization and features of liberalization, and not just that, what are the political implications of liberalization. Just like that, we will be saying privatization, meaning of privatization, importance of privatization, and what are the political implications of privatization. Next comes globalization. Again, students, we will be saying meaning, importance and political implications of globalization. Next, this concept, crony capitalism, very important in today's world, and we will understand what does it mean by crony capitalism and how these people work, what are the lobbies who support the political parties and political leaders, crony capitalism. Next, rise of democratic movement. Students, India is a democratical country. Not just India, many other countries have adopted democratical pattern of governance. Here, what were the reasons of democratical movement in these following countries, respectively? Afghanistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Egypt, Libya and Syria. We will be seeing how the democratical movement has risen in these particular countries. Students, next is Unit 8, that is International Relations and Policies. Students, understanding international relations are very much necessary because every country needs a relation with other nation. To understand the politics on world stage, we have to understand international relations and policies. Not just that, we will be come to know where India stands in world politics and why every country or why India has to build a good international relations. Here in this particular topic, we will start with meaning, definition and importance of international relations. Next, concepts of international relations. There are certain concepts which we have to understand clearly if we want to understand international relations and policies. That we'll see in this topic, that is concepts of international relations. Next is development of international political system. My dear students, political system might be in our country or international levels. There are developments which are taking place day by day, and here we will be seeing the development of international politics or political system. Next, international and regional organization. There are many international and regional organizations, but which we will be studying, there are 4. First is UN, that is United Nations Organization. Second, ASEAN, that is Association of Southeast Asian Nation. Next comes SAARC, that is Southeast Association of Regional Cooperation. And last, BRICS, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. What are the relation? What are the international aspects? And what are the features of these regional organizations we will be seeing in this particular topic. Students, last but not the least, that is Unit 9, India's Foreign Policy. Very important, where we will be seeing meaning and importance of India's foreign policy, how India has adopted policies towards other nations. Next is basic principles of India's foreign policy. Whenever India has adopted any kind of a policy with other nation, it has kept in mind the democratical aspect or democratical principles of our country. Here we will be seeing the basic principles of India's foreign policy in detail. And last one is India's relations with these countries, that is USA, United States of America, Russia, China, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. Students, till now we have seen the syllabus. I have given you a brief explanation of the syllabus. We'll start one by one with the topic in coming sessions. My dear students, your wellness matters to us a lot. Wear mask, wash your hands, use sanitizers, take good care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.